What is up, my fellow Helldivers? Welcome to the 66th episode of the Salt Divers podcast.
66.
Execute Order 66.
So if we go 600 more, then we'll have a really
yeah, it's 600 episodes from now. We'll be lit.
I'll be 97 years old.
Oh my God. Yeah, we better start doing this friggin' every day to get to that point. My God.
That's my goal in life, to get to episode 666. Yeah, that's a good way to start the pod.
Yeah, it's a great way to start summoning the devil. Yeah, awesome. What's up, everybody? We've got some things to cover today. We've got a new MO. We've got some potential leaks that we'll talk about at the end of the show. So if you're interested in leaks, let us know. And we've got a new patch. We've got a new cape. We've got all kinds.
So excited about
all kinds of new stuff.
New cape.
New cape. But there's only one cape that I really care about, and we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, I don't really care about it that much.
You don't care about the PSN cape?
Not really. We'll talk about it.
How dare you? I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed.
You know why?
I feel betrayed that you would not be excited for that cape since we've been waiting for it for a year. But we'll talk. We'll get that.
You know, I guess the problem, we've been waiting for it too long.
Yeah,
it's just kind of
like
whatever.
Anyway, okay, guys, go to saltinerdiscord.com and join the community over there. It's a lot of fun. We play a ton of different games. We've got a whole area for Helldivers. We've got Ghost Recon. We've got Jump Ship. We've got Warhammer. We've got all kinds of fun stuff over there. So head over to saltinerdiscord.com and find some people to play with. And yeah, that's it. It's cool. It's simple. Also, like and subscribe if you're new here. As always, that super helps the channel. And check out Dutch. Every Monday night is Helldivers night. And yeah. We're just shoot some stuff.
Last night was something.
Last night you had some new people on last night, right?
Well, Ajax was there. He's one of our big supporters. We always love having Ajax on. He's super fun. He's a really good player. He's grinding to 150. I think he's got a few levels left to go.
Nice.
My brother, the Keg Crusher, was playing with us a little bit last night. He's like level 60 or something.
Just a measly level 60.
Yeah. Look, man, he plays so many games. I don't know how he does it, because he'll play like 10 games a day, but like 30 minutes in each one. It's like, how do you get anything done? It's like
that's a good question, bro. I spent way too much time in. We'll talk about this probably later on in a different episode, but I've been addicted to a certain game, and I've maxed everything to its highest difficulty and gone full tactical. It's crazy. Anyway,
and just real quick, Beard of Liberty was with us last night as well.
Oh,
he always comes and plays on Mondays.
Yeah,
it's nice to have Beard on the stream.
Right
so
on.
Yeah,
I will be back to my regular hours played in this game once we get the a new rig for me. As discussed last week, my laptop that has performed admirably to this point is no longer usable.
Yeah,
because of some updates that they did to the
we
game.
Need to get you a laptop, right?
I personally I prefer laptops because I'm on the move a lot. And it's super easy to just plug an HDMI cord into the laptop and have it on whatever TV I'm playing with.
Command Center.
Yes, you have. I checked out your space station the other day. I went over to Dutch's house and I was helping him set a couple things up, and we were hanging out and he kindly invited me over for dinner. And yeah, he has it looks like this. Honestly, it looks like what I'm sitting at right now, but it's all gamer based. It's pretty dope. But thank you to our wonderful supporters who allowed us to do that. That new space station is because of these awesome people who watch the show.
It's at least the box sitting behind the thing.
The most expensive part of it.
The biggest part of it, yes.
The biggest part.
The most important.
The brain behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the big news I wanted to cover, if we can do this first, because we could talk about, there was a patch today, there's a new MO, that's normal stuff, but there's something that happened last week that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet that I wanted to cover before we forget, is Sony and Steam have unlocked, I think it's something like 100 different countries that were on
170 countries.
That were on the ban list.
I think most of them got.
Most of the countries are now released, and it's a I think it's worth celebrating.
Absolutely.
The fact that Sony finally figured out how to make money, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just sell the game, sell the game in other countries." I guess.
Sure, those 3 people in Botswana
really made a difference.
Really made a difference in their overall.
They were jonesing to play the game.
Like the Prince of Botswana is the only guy that can afford to buy the computer to play the game on.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
No, they all get free PlayStations.
That's terrible. Now people from Botswana are going to destroy me.
The one dude from Botswana.
How dare you?
Fuck you, assholes. Anyway,
Africa.
anyway, it is worth celebrating that because that was like the really big thing that happened early in the game's life. That the whole PSN negative review thing.
It's a thing.
It was a huge thing. It was a huge moment in the history of the game, and we have been waiting ever since then for them to figure it out.
Almost killed the game.
Almost killed the game, and they
pretty much did for a while.
Yeah, and they've now a year later. They've unlocked it, but it's not because of Helldivers.
No.
Which is kind of sad.
Like everybody needs to simmer down.
Yeah.
Just
they're like, Helldivers did it. I'm like, look, take the win. All right.
Yeah. We'll take the
win.
W,
take the win. But for real. However, it seems that a new game that is coming out is actually the real reason behind this whole PSN Sony versus different countries thing. And it was a Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade, the PC version of Stellar.
Yeah. Stellar Blade has been a new release. It's a big game for Sony. They want to release it to as many countries as possible. And they were like, you know what? We got to just open it up to everybody.
People need their jiggle physics.
Jiggle physics are real.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, in Stellar Blade or whatever it's called, I have never played it. I don't know, but I've seen other people play it. And it is basically you get to play as a super hot Asian chick
I wonder if I should play
who
it.
kicks ass.
Should I play it?
Yes. Is that even a joke?
I don't know. It's not really a game that's ever really been on my radar, but
look, we already have 98% male viewership. Just lean into it.
Dutch plays a hot chick with large boobies. Yes.
When are they going to add jiggle physics to the freaking Helldivers game? And you get blown up by a walker and you just go flopping out there. Just hits everywhere.
Tell me in the comments if you want me to play Stellar Blade.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe we will.
Anyway, so the speculation is, and this is just rumor and theory at this point until I find out some more information, but basically Sony's like, look, we have this new game, Stellar Blade. We want the sales to be a certain point. We can no longer stand on this freaking, limited access to different countries for whatever reason that they chose to do that. I don't even know why. It has something to do with PSN accounts, I think.
Yeah.
But they finally have let that go, and it's theorized to be because of Stellar Blade, but Helldivers is reaping the benefit.
Here's a blurb from the Engadget article.
Yeah.
More recently, the PC release of Stellar Blade on June 11th resurfaced Sony's PSN login requirement debacle. The game's developer Shift Up was able to work with Sony to loosen restrictions and make a PSN login optional, allowing for an explosive launch where the game saw a peak of nearly 200,000 players in its opening week. Now PC gamers across the world can play Stellar Blade and Helldivers 2 without needing a PSN account. However, there are still some Sony titles on Steam that are heavily restricted, like Ghost of Tsushima and Until Dawn. So
Sony's weird, man.
They're very strange.
I don't get it. But that being said, now is the time, I believe, for Helldivers, for Arrowhead to release the one cape.
Because, yeah.
This is the cape that they need to release right here. Now that the restriction has been lifted, whether or not it was because of Helldivers, doesn't really matter. We can now
play together.
We can now play together.
And I can wear my t-shirt finally. That's been sitting on my table for the last year that we
could finally play because they released the cape, or they should. That honestly, they should. That'd be kind of cool to finally get that cape in game. That'd be sweet. But that was a big deal. I thought it was
a big deal.
It was a real issue for a while that they were limiting who can play the game. We got a couple people that we know personally who were like illegally, pirating the game so that they can play it. Yeah. It's like now you don't have to worry about that.
Gotta love our friends that fly on the high seas, so.
Hey, you know what? I heard, listen, I'm genuinely curious what people say in the comments about this. I heard a phrase, a saying, a little catchphrase thing where, how this, the digital ownership, they can revoke the license that you paid for at any given time. It's like part of the contract that you sign when you buy a game now. Like if you buy it digitally, you don't really own it. You own a license to play the game.
That's a fight that's going to happen.
Right. And then they can revoke the license at any moment that they care about, and then you will no longer have the game. So the idea is if buying is no longer owning, then pirating is no longer stealing. Because if I pay money to download a game on my computer, but then for whatever reason, a year and a half down the road, it's no longer available because the license agreement changed.
It kind of reminds me of music, it's like, I bought the cassette or the CD.
Right.
Cassette, man, I just aged myself.
I thought you were going to pull out the 8-track.
Yeah. I used to have one of those too. But you know, if you own a physical copy of whatever media it is it okay that you also downloaded a digital version to play on your iPad or iPod or whatever they're called? And
yeah, because you're buying it in two different.
It's like, I only want to buy it once.
Right. Well, then you just take the CD and you just upload it to a computer.
But you know,
turn it into a digital copy.
A lot of things they won't even let you do that now, right? So
really, is that not a thing anymore?
I'm just saying, back in the day, you couldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So
when I was younger, I would take a CD and I would rip it onto my PC, extract the files.
I don't know how music works now. I have a Spotify account. I have a premium Spotify account.
Right. You don't own any of that music either, though.
But I use Spotify daily.
Yeah.
It is like one of the few apps out there that I would be lost without it.
But that goes in this is one of those interesting questions where it's like, okay, if I own the license, quote unquote, to play this game, but then the license get revoked later on and I no longer have it, I don't get my money back.
Right.
So then pirating a game is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're stealing my money, I'm just going to steal yours. It's kind of like, that's the vibe I'm getting from it. It's a tit for tat. It's a freaking status quo, you know? And I totally I really hate this whole new license agreement nonsense that's been happening with digital content. It's a slippery slope. It's real bad.
Very slippery slope.
It's real bad. It's like, you don't get to just take my money and then revoke my license to play this game.
And the comments are going to say, buy physical media.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Well, I agree.
Yeah. But even
where do you buy a physical copy of Helldivers 2?
That's a good question. Even
honest to God, where is it even a thing?
But even physical copies of games no longer, like especially games that are required to have an online presence, like they have to be connected to the internet. Even if you had a disc, you pop it into your PC.
I don't have a place to put a disc on my computer.
That's crazy.
For real.
That's wild. If you had a disc or a hard drive or whatever that has the game on it, and then you plug it in, you want to play the game. Like, for instance, my Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I have to have an internet connection. I have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to make that game playable offline.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a mod.
That's been a thing. It's been
it's like
a problem for a while.
So if they shut the servers down, or if I just want to play and I don't have freaking internet for whatever reason, like, nope, you're not playing that game because you don't have an internet connection. And it's kind of shitty.
This game isn't meant to be played by yourself. This is a game to play with people.
I play by myself. No, it's a weird thing. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. We can move on. Comment below what your thoughts are.
There's been hundreds of thousands of hours discussed on that very thing. So, and we'll probably bring it up again in the future.
I'm sure we will.
It's a big topic. It's very controversial and it's not going anywhere. So yeah. Physical media.
But shout out to Stellar Blade for getting us Helldivers 2 available in all countries.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jiggle Physics.
What did you just say?
I almost said Jizz Physics. That's gross. Clip it. All right. We had a patch today, June 17th, 2025 patch for Helldivers 2, along with the new Super Earth commemorative cape. So we got a Super Earth cape, which is all blue with like the classic Super Earth flag. Now, because we defended Super Earth against the Illuminate, we now have a special cape.
Too flashy.
Let's take a look at it real quick.
Flashy.
I got it pulled up right here. Okay, here's the...
That's just a big gold flashing bright light target on the back of your back. Like, hey,
I like it.
Shoot me.
I think it's got some drip. It's got some drip to it. Yeah.
Pretty.
I like the gold inlay with the white planet, the gold skull, the little blue on the bottom. That's interesting as well.
Like
that's
that.
cool.
It is very nice. It's good. It's a good looking cape.
Oh God, what did I do? Oh God.
But it's so nice. It's so nice that I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want to fight in it. That's a go out to dinner cape.
That's a dinner cape.
It's a dinner cape. Let's go out to dinner.
It looks cool.
I like my Malevolent Greek cape. It looks rugged.
It does.
Warm.
Yeah.
It's like something you want to go kill shit in.
Yeah. It looks like it's made for like dirt.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
The cape looks cool.
This looks like something bug divers would wear. You know,
how dare you? Bug divers didn't even fight on Super Earth.
Well, that's why they should wear it. It's like all the bug divers should wear it to let us know that you weren't there. Please wear the cape. So I can
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay.
We'll get too much hate in the comments. We'll offend them.
That's your target cape.
Yeah.
If you see somebody wearing
no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because there will be people that were there that are going to like this cape.
I like the cape.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
pretty.
I'll probably rock it a couple times. But you know, it's funny. No matter how much variety we have in the drip department, I kind of like everybody. I feel like everybody kind of filters down to like their favorite 3 things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we stay. Like we all have our favorite outfits. I do the drone master with the classic black.
Playing with you guys the other night was really funny because we're like, oh, let's go old school. I'm like, okay. And Sticks was like, no, you're wearing the wrong stuff. I go, how do you know what I was?
We know what you wear.
Like, and it's like, because I was having a hard time remembering what I used to wear because I've had other stuff on.
You wear like the Juggernaut armor, I think.
Juggernaut with the Yahtzee helmet with the red eyes.
It's the Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And the Level Creek cape.
Right. That's your drip.
That's my drip.
Yep.
So
mine is the drone master with the hood, the scout hood, and the classic black. That's I do like
the helmet with the one red eye reticle. Right
oh yeah, that thing's cool. That's
Spartan.
Spartan always wears that helmet. That's his classic one.
But it was funny playing with you guys because you were like, no. This is what we're wearing because he had like some mod that made everything all match.
Yeah.
We're all black and gray and stuff. It was pretty cool.
I only wear black. Sometimes very, very dark gray. Yeah. I feel like everybody that we steadily play with always kind of like drops to their favorite thing. Like everybody has a certain outfit that they run.
I like the medium armor and I like the extra grenades.
Yeah. Oh, they're super useful.
Yeah.
I like the 30% less recoil. I take that machine gun and I crouch down and it's just like dead accurate. I love that. That's awesome. So that's why I do the drone master. But yeah, comment below. What is your, no matter how much stuff they throw at you in the drip department and in the passives and all that stuff, what is your go-to every mission you run this because it's so good? Actually, I saw an interesting conversation on our Discord about this very thing.
Did you?
Yeah, they were kind of irritated because it was like there's only 4 of those boosters that are any good.
Yeah.
So everybody runs the same 4 boosters. Right. If you have a full squad, everybody runs the same 4 boosters because most of the other ones are just nonsense.
They're just garbage.
They're garbage, or they're just not as useful. Like there's obviously a top tier meta booster thing. There's also a top tier meta passive on the armors. Like everybody runs some variation of those passives that give you better accuracy, or more grenades, or something like that.
Hey man, I want that one that puts the little machine gun on top of your pod. That's
super useful. That immediately kills everybody in your squad the second it drops. Yeah, you know how many people I've killed because I was like,
they should put. We probably have one. Do we have a flamethrower one like that yet?
No, we do have a flamethrower turret though.
Let's do a flamethrower pod.
It just burns everybody.
Just land right in the middle of the bug nest.
You could tell a noob. I heard there was somebody talking about a story where they're like, yeah, we were diving with randoms and some guy freaking dropped in with the flame pods and we were like, we're on a freaking bot planet, you idiot. It's like, what is the flame pod gonna do?
Yeah,
it's
like something I would do.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's funny though because like there's a real problem where the variety of things that we have are great. It's cool to have different options, but there's some of those options that are just way more useful than anything else. And that's always ultimately what you end up bringing. And there's really no variation because you have to bring the most useful things if you want to be the most successful.
Like I have 2 loadouts that I'm passable with. And if I mess with those things in any way, then it's just a shit show. It's terrible. So,
really? Yeah.
So
that's what it is. It's a thing. I think the only reason why I would pack anything besides like my extra grenade slots and my reduced recoil and my what is it when you bring all of your armament, you have to have that one passive that you connect to your drop pods, you get all your supplies. I can't remember. I know whatever you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's every time I bring that. The only time I don't bring that is if I'm running a medic loadout and I bring the medic passive and I do something along those lines where it kind of helps me out a little bit. But people are like, yo, some of these other boosters.
I can get all of my gear when I have to drop down on the planet without having to reload stuff. Or I can have an ability to not trip when I climb up a rock or some stupid shit. You know, it's just like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, that's real. So maybe they need to kind of rebalance the boosters. Because I mean, in this patch alone, they've rebalanced freaking weapons again, and it's like, all
You
right,
can
man.
just see Jerker, Arvid. So, what do we need to do with the booster this week? We need to come up with a new booster. It's like, well, why don't we make one that passes gas in the pod when we're going down? Maybe that we can give them like a -5 something to their ability to smell things or something. It's completely useless to the game, but
Completely useless.
yeah.
No, Yarvid and Urker quit, and they went over to
They're working a jump ship.
They work at Jump Ship.
Yeah,
because they have pizza.
free pizza.
Free pizza and Mountain Dew at Jump Ship Studios.
Same building.
It's just on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, same building. All those studios in Sweden, Stockholm, they're all on the same block.
They're on the same block.
They all party. They all know
That's
each
hilarious. Yeah. We got some weapon upgrades. Enemies. So enemy fixes. Some enemies were clipping through terrain.
Really?
No way.
Shocker.
Wow.
Oh my God. I want to see bots in city biomes, and I want those freaking factory striders
To just walk right through a skyscraper.
right through a building.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's gonna happen.
I gotta say, man, I've actually been enjoying the last MO we had was on bug side. I was actually really enjoying fighting bugs in the city biome. I thought it was really cool. There was something different. It was enough of a change where it became kind of fun.
Before you go down into the nitty gritty of this thing, we need to just address really quick the one other big thing in the balancing, and that was that Leviathans now have a shorter sight range, and they will shine a light on you before they shoot you to give you a chance, a chance to just get out of the way.
You're not just getting clapped out of nowhere.
That seems to be like an Illuminate thing. It's like, hey man, there's a light that's going to shine on you.
Yeah,
that means jump.
The scorpions do it too.
Yeah.
They give you a little bit of a heads up.
It's like, it's so funny.
Or scorpions, or what are they called? The stingrays, when they come down for their swoop.
You're like hunting for deer or something. And you got your rifle. It's like, oh shit, there's that deer. They shine a light. it's like and the deer's all like, what the fuck? Eyes go up and then you go, pow. It's like they want us to do that deer in the headlights thing is what it kind of feels like. But
yeah, it's all situational awareness, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing as like when the meteors come down.
Yeah.
And when you're on a meteor planet, the ground will light up, and you're like, oh, I got to avoid that spot, otherwise I'll get freaking slammed. That's all that is. I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I do think it's a little bit kind of holding people's hands a little bit.
Well, I mean, the Leviathans they're a bit extra.
Are they overpowered?
They're a little extra. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I don't know if shining a light on you before they shoot you is the answer.
They got to do something.
They got to do something, I guess. Yeah.
Miscellaneous fixes for this. All cities will now display in the city availability UI. So if we go over to the companion app, I did notice this right away, is if you go to a planet on the companion app that has city biomes, they will, how do I click on? Oh, maybe it was in here. Yeah, it was in here. Sorry. See these cities? So we got 4 cities available to fight on. One of them has been lost. We have to get that one back. I think that's what that means. But on the companion app UI, you can see which planets have city biomes on them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
I'm surprised
and the cities affect the liberation rate, correct?
I believe so.
I think you get a boost when you liberate a city. It gives you a boost for the rest of the planet.
That's good. I like that.
Decreases something with the enemies you're fighting or something.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of improvements in the companion app. There's a lot more information on here than there used to be. Like they have, you can see these little icons on here. Each one means something different. Obviously we have what the planet, what's going on the planet, but we also have like the DSS.
Fire tornado.
There's this little castle thing.
That's a king. It can move one square at a time. Any direction you want.
Are we playing chess inside the game? That's hilarious. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with the game right now as far as updates and what is it called when the oh God, I can't think right now. Quality of life. Quality of life stuff.
You're getting old. That's why I do that all the time. It's like, that thing.
That word that I can't think of.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough getting old. Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to chat about today? We've got some leaks we can cover here in a second.
Yeah, we can go over the
You ready to go over the leaks
really quick? So we're going to go into a little bit of spoilery stuff, guys. So this is the time to
small bit of spoilers for Helldivers 2 Illuminate edition. We've got some new enemies that we're going to talk about here in a second.
Yeah.
This is courtesy of Iron Sights, which is everybody's go-to leak guy. I don't know how he gets access to all this. He must work undercover or something.
Yeah, he's an undercover agent.
He's an undercover agent. But we've got Leak Illuminate observers, which I think this is like a bigger version of those little floating eye things.
Yeah.
It's like a more dangerous version of that. But they look like little squids.
They look like that thing that,
like a big
that whacked that Australian dude with the, remember that guy, the crocodile guy? Crikey.
Oh, the stingray?
Yeah, it's a stingray. It's a fine stingray.
Are you referencing the death of Steve Irwin?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's what those things are. That's what those remind me of.
How dare you?
He was pretty cool.
He was a national treasure.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's like, be very quiet. I'm going to stick my finger up its butthole.
This is for the good of its own life. I'm doing it to save it.
This is a king cobra. I'm going to pet it very gently. Make it my friend.
Now, kids, you at home, don't ever do this.
Now watch, I'm going to stick my finger up its butthole.
What is with you in the butthole? What the fuck's the matter with you, dude?
No.
Oh, God, you're weird.
I'm a weirdo.
All right. Yeah, shout out to Iron Sights. Also, I want to talk about this. This is actually more exciting than the new enemy factions, is the new weaponry. We actually have some leaked footage of Illuminate weaponry being added to the game. I'm down. Remember how long have we been talking about, like, we want the freaking dark fluid weaponry. We want this. We want that.
Was it dark fluid, black liquid? What is it called? Dark fluid. I don't know. I got in trouble once for saying it wrong.
Well, you titled the video wrong is what it was. You were like black
viscous fluid.
I don't know what you called it.
I don't know.
Anyway, here's a video. It looks like just your basic laser cannon, but modified slightly to shoot out the purple laser. Yeah, it's got a different light beam. I don't know if that means it's going to have a different damage ratio or if it's going to be more effective versus.
Well, it'll probably only be heavy pen. Won't be able to kill anything with it unless it's like,
Well, the way I see it, this is how I see it happening. So when the overseers or those tripod walker things come at you and they shoot you with that beam, you literally just go vaporize. Like, you're gone, right? So if I use this and I'm carrying around one of these things, I want to be able to freaking vaporize whatever enemy I'm looking at, especially if I'm fighting organic matter or like the bugs. Like it's I want to be able to vaporize bugs with this thing.
Well, then it would be OP for bugs.
I didn't say it has to happen instantaneously, but like that thing should be able to take down very, very aggressive enemies.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to do some damage to a Titan with this thing.
It'll probably just be a reskinned,
That's exactly what it is. Look, it's a reskinned laser cannon.
Yeah.
Obviously, by the footage alone, we can see it's just a reskinned laser cannon. But if they adjust the damage ratio and they change how it works, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Totally fine with me. But yeah, looks cool. I'm interested in seeing what they do. I want them to introduce weaponry. So like now that we have the wreckage of the Super Earth battle and we're like scrounging all the parts off the Illuminate enemies, like, yes, I want them to start introducing some of this alien technology into our arsenal. I think that would be cool. It'd be super helpful. And we could fight Illuminate with their own weapons. How cool would that be?
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. There's also something, I saw something earlier this week where he had pictures of Illuminate summoners and things.
Oh, and they bring things out of the ground or whatever.
I don't know where to find those, but
yeah,
he's working hard on that Illuminate front. Old Iron Sights is. So yeah,
I think
good stuff coming.
I think there's a lot of potential with the Illuminate. I know it's funny every time I see memes all the time of Illuminate fighters and bot fighters, basically like shunning bug fighters because bug fighters are over there. Like,
well, there's definitely 3 different factions.
Yeah.
There's bot guys, there's Illuminate guys,
yeah,
and there's roach divers.
It's so funny. It cracks me up, dude.
Last night we did the stream, right? And it was like I titled it "Still Fighting Bugs," but I logged on and the MO was done. It was a couple hours before it was over.
Okay,
and I'm just talking to the guys. I was like, "Well, guys, I titled the stream "Still Fighting Bugs," so we gotta go kill some bugs." So we went and did one King of the Hill for like 4 minutes. And then we went and fought bots. So I technically didn't lie because we did kill some bugs.
You hypocrite. You hypocrite.
And it was a huge mistake because it was awful.
Yeah.
It was a bad night. They were cranked up and my fingers weren't working. It was just, I think I had 7 deaths in the first 3 minutes of the freaking.
Oh, what did we do?
Awful.
What did we drop on? We dropped on bugs, level 10 bugs. We dropped on the super nest with you.
Oh, it was terrible.
And
Awful.
within the first 5 minutes, we were down to like 1 life.
Yeah, it was awful. And it wasn't just me either.
No, everybody was dying.
Yeah.
We were all rusty.
Yeah.
And then we managed to basically kind of hopscotch our way through the rest of the mission. We did win, and all 4 of us extracted at the end. But it took a while for us to get our juices flowing again. And we were like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, here we go.
When I stream this game, I'm gonna have to just start earlier and not stream for like an hour just to get my fingers warmed up and the juices flowing and the reflexes back. Yeah, it's
that was funny. But the last mission,
watching a warm up session with me is awful. It's brutal.
But the last mission that we did was a Helm's Deep on Bugside in a city map.
Yeah,
and that was broken as hell.
Yeah,
because all you guys did was pack mines.
Oh yeah.
And the entire map was littered in mines.
It was like Christmas tree out there. It was like Christmas.
Yeah,
festival.
red and green lights everywhere. And you guys we all just kind of sat back.
We got so bored we started killing each other.
Yeah.
Of course, that sticks about 12 seconds before he gets bored and starts kicking people off walls. But that's him.
It was so boring though, because like they would take forever to spawn. Anytime they did spawn, it was and this is a level 10, by the way, too. This wasn't there
was no challenge there.
It was no challenge. Like I think it was only 1 Titan showed up.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh, there's a Titan. And we just all threw our shit at it and it freaking died immediately. And we're like, okay, what do we do now? It was so dull. Crazy.
What we do is we throw Dutch in the middle of a minefield
and watch him work his way out.
God.
Anyway, that's about all we have for today. It's a lot of news to cover. Nothing crazy, but just some regular updates. I do personally want to see that PSN negative review cape be released now that the majority of countries now have access to the game. Shout out to Stellar Blade for that. But that's really it. That's the only thing on my list right now that I'm like wishing the game would do is just let me have that PSN cape. I'd fucking wear that thing every day. Be badass. But that's it. You got anything? Any final thoughts?
Nope. Chugging along, man.
Cool. Try it on.
Along.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Stay salty. For Super Earth.